Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Oilers coming in at 1-6, going up against the Wizards, who come in at 4-3.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Orlando Wizards and the Houston Oilers. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The play clock's running down. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard. And it'll be second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still in attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll look to throw here. It's caught by Aguilar. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. This is Ajayi. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 46. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now it's Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Ajayi. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
They'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now this time he'll look to throw. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Orlando in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. We'll see what they'll do here as they're up against a 4th and inches. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal. They'll try to run with a J. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. Looking to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now a handoff working right. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To throw from his end zone. Webb steps away to his left. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now they try the right side here. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. A play fake. Now Webb. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw, Webb. And he's got a moonwalk. 15 yards through the air and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Timmy Jernigan able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Second down, Webb. Looking for Shepard deep. And got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down, here's Webb. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. Mack Hollins, the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Aguilar has it. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks around the 37. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down near the 42. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. And it's caught. Touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webb caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Second down following the incompletion. And they're going to go soft on the corners. A final shot before break. Webb flushed, nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And he will be able to recover this himself to prevent a wacky ending here. But that will be how this first half comes to an end. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And now out comes Houston. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now a first down throw. Webb. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On first down, it's Webb. Open man right side is Ingram. 10 more there and another first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Timmy Jernigan in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long? Out of the gun, it's Webb. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
And they'll run it here. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll set up a throw. They'll loot into pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Alec Ogletree able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On third down. He'll drop to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. It's a big play there on third down. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go now.
Off play action, it's Webb. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he connects with Ertz. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And give him 27 yards that time. And it's good enough for a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get good yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Alec Ogletree, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All right, here we go.
Webb now from the gun. Webb can't escape as he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to get him for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
To throw on second down. Webb. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 30 yards there.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trucks over him. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Rosas to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Rosas now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jay Ajayi with his 16th touchdown of the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Looking to throw on second down. Webb. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Webb. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Ten yards to go on 3rd.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
He's back to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out comes Houston. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And they give this time to the tailback. Oh, and it's a fumble. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Operating from the gun. Webb. Dancing to his left. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
pretty sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-full, and they're already in field goal range here late in the fourth now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he comes through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Without a doubt. The way this one's gone, they didn't want to take any chances in overtime if they could help it. And that was one heck of a pressure-filled kick.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you